For this project, I wanted to make something that would allow me to connect a 3/8 inch drive socket to my impact driver. I started with a Phillips bit that locks into my impact driver and a piece of 1/2 inch diameter steel rod. Well, almost 1/2 inch. Apparently I had cleaned it up a bit and it only measured 491 thousandths, but I figured it would do. I needed to shape the end of the rod into a 3/8 inch square shape. I once saw a video showing how young German machinists are trained, which included filing metal into a particular shape. Maybe my file is dull or my patience thin, but I soon gave up. Well, that's going to take forever, huh? I decided to switch to my bench grinder, but first I wanted a more accurate way to get a square shape. I marked out an index wheel with 4 lines at 90 degrees and cut it out on my bandsaw. Then I hot melt glued the index wheel to the rod. Using the index wheel as a guide, I began grinding the 4 facets. But the hot melt glue on my index wheel didn't hold and my 4 faces were far from 90 degrees. I concluded the steel rod had been too cold and the hot melt glue solidified before it bonded. So I heated the rod and reattached the index wheel. I decided to switch from my bench grinder to an angle grinder and to make a jig to expose just the right amount of rod to the grinding disc. This SketchUp drawing shows my 1/2 inch diameter steel rod and the 3/8 inch square I wanted to machine on its end, plus the 44 hundredths of an inch deep dado I'd need in the 2x4 block. I used a cutoff wheel to remove the square tip. I also cut off the Phillips tip. I applied brazing flux to the 2 parts. I placed small pieces of brazing rod right at the joint. Oh, get in there. Oh, it's the wrong size. Oh, shit. The darn Phillips shaft had sheared right in half. Notice the brazing joint didn't fail, but the metal of the Phillips tip did.